Hello and welcome back to Relics of the Past. My name is the Modern Viking. I play Michaeleen of Gala, and I am joined here tonight with the player who is the greatest artificer this side of Mandex, Abe Volt, who was played by...
The name's Ace Daredevil. It's wonderful to meet you guys again.
Fantastic. And we can't forget about his brother, the King of Darkness, the mysterious man of shadows, Kain Volt, played by...
Nate Drago.
Anything else to say?
Nah, I'm good.
Man, a few words.
Fantastic. We are also joined by the brand new character of Retlo and Reyna, who form into the fusion of Rainlow. Or what is that? Oh,
It's Rainlow.
I said it right. Fantastic. And she is played by the wonderful
Duck. It's so nice to talk to everybody again. Oh,
And, of course, we have our lovely cleric-flavored sorceress, the beautiful songbird that is Estrella Palmer, played by...
The Siren's Teacup, or better known as Persephone Crestomancy. Nice to see you all again.
And we are DM'd by the really rather strange but lovable goofball of... Oh, fuck. Did I forget somebody? Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry.
That's what happens when you have a bucket on your head.
man, that one take.
Anyway,
really-
That
we're
bucket
also
gets in the
joined
way.
by the very, very tragically
Old.
old.
Tragically old.
Played by...
Hi, I am referred to as Boo. Estou comido. That is Portuguese for I'm scared.
Right.
Far older
Anyway,
viewers, sorry. Being
as
old
I
is not
was-
a tragedy.
As I was saying before, realizing I fucked up, we're also DM'd by the really rather strange but lovable goofball that is Salt the Kobold.
Well, that's up for debate, but sure.
Well, thank you. Well, thank
You have
you,
to love
Viking, for introducing everyone this time.
The rest of us get to choose.
Excuse
I'm
me.
at least
Wee-wee-wah-wah.
I am the very odd and strange, somewhat lovable, DM for this wacky party. And let's get back to the story then, and then see where the party last left off, shall we? So, the party was visited. What?
We were just
were
visited.
by aliens.
We were visited.
visited.
We were visited.
Wait,
By who? Who the fuck knows? That's for the court of law.
I scared the shit out of the king.
time out for a second. Did you guys play the night that I was not?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
fucking did not.
We sat here for like
We sat here
2 hours, and then I
bullshitting.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do something else. Y'all have a good time.
Right. I'm so sorry about that.
No, you're good,
No,
man.
it's okay. It's okay. To be honest, me and
Blame
Derek
us all.
watched hundreds of beavers. Okay,
It's
so I
So
wasn't
I
gonna
genuinely
count down-
don't really remember what happened last time.
It's okay. I have a good memory of it.
Everybody,
so,
shut the fuck up.
What if I don't want to?
I wasn't getting flagged down. Just stopped there like 5 seconds ago when I was explaining shit. And let's see what. Fuck. When we last left off this campaign, or session at least, campaign, the party drew the attention of the royalty of Viril, the king of Viril himself, Marquette. DM notes.
Hold on, I gotta pull up mine too, because I forgot.
At least I have a notepad now and stuff for notes and shit. There you go. Got it. Okay,
Guys,
then.
I can't see blue writing and blue light.
Oh,
Change
by
it
the
to
way,
red light.
wow, this is a funny thing. And so I got like this
Green
weird,
light.
like scared apple gummy. This like the scared sour apple gummy and like my sour gummy worms.
Malric Lionheart, ruler of Varil, is who we met last time. Followed by Reese,
Followed
Reese.
Death Tech, and Vander, I
Death
can't
Tech.
remember the last name.
Tesh.
Death Tech.
All right,
Okay,
real
fine,
quick.
Death Tesh.
And I scared the shit out of them both.
Along with
And I made them gumbo.
a very tasty gumbo indeed. But you also
It was very
forgot
funny.
Malric's court magician and a magical advisor, Vander Star Hollow. Hollow.
Steak and cheese or pizza?
Pizza.
Anyway, besides from snacks being discussed, the king merely, again, ventured out to where they sensed a very strange power source, a very strong power source coming off, which the party knows was the fight between Abe and Dare when
Bruh!
Me and myself! Holy shit! Internal conflict. Internal conflict made exterior. My god.
To correct him, it was between Kain and Abe.
Kain and Abe.
Kain,
Kain, who was in his beast form, and Abe, who reached a form of the opposite type, like a
Celestial form.
Celestial form. Yes, thank you. To battle.
You're
so-
welcome.
Abe reached formed into some sort of mechanical angel.
I drew myself.
This is gonna be the wackiest start we've ever had, honestly.
It could be so
What do
much
you mean is
worse.
gonna?
Okay.
What do you mean is gonna?
So from now on, you need to write an intro before we start.
Well, that's
I already did the fucking intro.
Oh, we do have a fucking intro and stuff. I agree. Eat the whole thing. Say welcome to the game, and shit. Then proceed to introduce yourself either by your character names or.
No, I mean with your recap and everything too.
Yeah, you fuck it up a lot, dude.
Respect.
Not like fuck it up, but like you
fumble.
fumble
I
a
fumble.
bit, yeah.
Anyway,
You need a
Fumble the bag real hard.
You need a standing desk. I guarantee you, if you stand up, you'll be able to talk straight.
The
Probably.
fuck does that have to do with anything?
It's a weird like psychological thing.
And I kind of see it when I pace. My brain works a little better.
Exactly.
Because blood's pumping throughout your body, so blood is reaching your brain a lot faster.
Did somebody
Whereas
say
when you're
cheers?
sitting, it has to work harder in order to pump the blood.
and
Okay, we don't need to see you.
well, it's easier for me to fucking.
Sponsored by. Just kidding.
Sponsored by Hard Mountain Dew.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow
Sponsored by
Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Sponsored
Let's put
by
this episode-
Manscaped.
And my
Let's keep
Okay,
this
hold
in
on,
here.
real
This
quick.
is-
If we ever get to that point, we all need our own characters in the game.
Nah, I.
We should
Do not
call this
want-
episode today "Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends."
We can't do that
Sponsored
for
by-
legal reasons.
For legal reasons, I can't do that, but it would be funny.
How about we call it "This episode is not
We could
sponsored
say,
by Raid
Raid
Shadow
This
Legends."
this episode is not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yes. That'd be
we
so
would
good.
gladly be sponsored.
Nah.
I
Gladly
kind of
sponsored.
want to do it now just to see what happens.
I guarantee you that there will
Wasn't
be.
Raid Shadow Legends kind of like a pyramid scheme thing? For a
I mean, the
No
game's
game that's going
decent.
strong.
The game's decent, but it gets boring
Like
after
when it
a while
started.
because you have to actually start paying money in order to start like succeeding and later
It's a
in the game.
pay-to-win game. That's all it is.
Concentrated
Here's
power.
a King Boo recap of what happened last time.
Fucking much, okay?
Last time we were visited by a king.
Last time we
that
woo
king
wah wah?
he had a few concerns. The concerns being what was all of that? That the lights, the noise, the very very dramatic speech that happened. Okay, maybe he didn't
I
hear
don't
that
think they
part.
heard the
but-
speech.
Yeah, I don't think
But-
they heard that part, but it
What a
was still
fucking
really
time
damn
to get a
cool.
DM.
Oh,
Anyway,
no, I'm just gonna cut to the chase at this fucking point. And at the end of it, after words were discussed, some insults thrown, and various other things, the king struck a deal with Abe. He originally asked for some heavy artillery.
And for my
but
dick's
Abe-
bigger contest.
But Abe suggested, as did an improvement of their firepower instead. And once that was met, then possibly he might make the cannons. And afterwards. The king agreed. Malric agreed to this.
That's not what happened.
Malric agreed to this and invited them to the gala, saying it would take a few times to get the supplies and resources lined out, and Abe would say it would also take a little bit of time on his end to get the blueprints and things set up to produce said weapons and arms.
Yeah, I have to dumb it down for the dumbasses in that kingdom, yeah.
And besides from that, that is where we left off. The gala is within a week's time, so the party, I'm gonna say, mostly stay at the ship, but then towards the tail end of the week, a few things were created. So
I dare make me a suit or an outfit.
That's something to match his monstrous form.
Has the ship's engines gotten? How many more days have we been sat here?
So to put simply, by the time you guys leave, I'm gonna do a small scene at the ship, and I'm gonna jump you to where you guys are at the town. So, but when you leave the ship, the repairs are nearly done. But by the time you guys get back, they should be all done.
Okay.
Bill.
But at the ship, so our imaginary camera pans down onto Retlo and Reyna. Are you fused at the moment or not?
No.
Okay. You two are wandering through the ship, possibly kicking something around or playing with something you probably shouldn't have. And who knows?
On a rat.
Ratting through the ship.
Sure. Retlo and Rain are currently trying to chase a rat through the ship and stuff. It wanders through about and stuff, running as fast as its four little legs can carry it, as it proceeds to dart into a room and stuff. Both of you follow into it, and roll me two d20s, one for each kobold. And make them checks.
Make them what?
Make them dex checks for grabbing.
Okay, let's see. What is my dex? 18 and 19.
18 and 19. And which one is which?
The 18 was Reyna and the 19 was Retlo.
Retlo. Reyna tries to go for it. Renlo shoves her out of the way and proceeds to dive for the rat, catching the rat. And I presume immediately eating it.
Oh yeah, he's going.
Yeah.
Stuffing that.
He immediately kind of sit up and begin tearing into the rat. And so a few squeaks of horror and then much blood and viscera proceed to dribble onto the floor and such.
There's other
Reyna just looks
food.
at him. Hold on. Reyna looks at him and goes, "God, you're fucking nasty."
Also,
Anyway,
while we're on this subject, what does Rainlow like the most normal character out of all of our characters?
You do because she's just in a standard stagnant pose.
Now, who drew that?
She did.
She did.
You did that digitally?
Yes, I did. I have an app on my
Shit.
phone. I'm gonna go through everybody's characters and eventually draw them
And I
digitally.
just need artwork of Kain.
We do.
He is next on my
Anyway.
list.
He's the
So-
only one who doesn't have a portrait, man.
I'm also the incomplete one. Y'all are finished designs.
As Renlo is busy tearing into the rat, Reyna proceeds to hear a bit of an odd sound. You begin to look around. You see various knobs, dials, and various mechanical things, bits and pieces of machinery, and components, a tool rack, and various other things. And you realize where you're in. You proceed to tap Rentlow on the shoulder and stuff and point it out and stuff. You are in Abe's workshop.
Hey,
You
Redlow,
sack of
there's some
shit.
interesting things here. I don't know what jack shit is, but I know you do. And Redlow looks up, wiping his mouth with like his wrists and shit, going, "What do you mean?" And looks around and goes, "Oh my god!" And he fucking sprints around, looking at and touching and just fucking finagling. And Reina's just gonna sit back, like, "All right, my work here is done."
Abe, can you describe the rough layout of your laboratory or workspace?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. There's a reason that nobody goes into Abe's workshop. All
Because
right.
he doesn't want to describe it. It's a mess.
No, okay. It really fucking is, to be fully honest. All right. There are about 3 workbenches, fully lit up, tools fucking everywhere, papers strewn about the floor, books stacked as high as the ceiling, bookshelves that also have even more books on them alongside either wall. At the far end, there are machinery and all that kind of stuff. There is a forge in the corner, as well as an anvil near the center of it. There's a lot of shit in Abe's workshop, right? I'll draw, you know what? I will put up a sketch for it later, but right now, my god, there's far too much to describe.
Okay. As you look around and stuff, you see next to one of the workbenches and stuff is a chair. Renlo proceeds to immediately scramble up the chair and so proceeds looking on and stuff. And he sees various devices strewn about, but the most interesting one looks like to be a green box of some kind, maybe yayish by yayish big by maybe like that thick. And these actually no, not more like that tall by like yay wide, that-ish thick. Like that looks relatively odd. It has a handle on top of it and a latch or two. Ooh. The handle, what would you like to do?
Rello's gonna touch that thing. Rello wants it.
Okay. You proceed to, he begins sliding it on the table, screeching and scratching. I presume the work desks are wood?
The work desks are wood, yes. And you can notice that they are banged up considerably.
Well, to put simply and stuff, there are some new scratch marks and stuff as Renlo is dragging this thing across the table.
Oh, so it's big. Okay. Well,
heavy.
Compared to Ham, because he's 2 feet 7 inches tall and living on prayer.
Anyway,
I'm gonna say do not let this thing fall on him. It might kill him.
Easier, at least. So what do you do at this point? Both of them are standing on the chair at this point, kind of looking at this strange green box.
Is there any like buttons and stuff?
I'll say that the handle and stuff has what looks like to be a switch on it.
It's like a trigger.
Ooh. Yeah.
No, it's like a luggage handle and stuff, and there's like a trigger, like a button right there, where the thumb would sit.
Okay. Reina and Retlo are going to fuse real quick so that they can handle this thing easier. They're gonna like the literal like sound effect getting put together. Anyway.
No, it's the sound. It's the sound.
One.
Yeah, it's the sound of a literal Lego being clicked together.
Okay, yeah, just the click.
No, it's more like, more like that.
It sounds like a squeaky toy when they're put together. That's amazing. But they pop into existence as Rainlow together, and Rainlow picks this thing up by the handle and like clicks the switch.
You proceed to click the switch. The handle proceeds. This thing proceeds to split open down the middle, revealing a strange mechanism. And it's all very quick and fast. As all of a sudden, a barrel shoots out that's maybe about like 3.5 feet long. No, I'm gonna say about 3 feet long. Proceed to extend forward, and you see that handle has shifted now to a top handle, and it kind of matches up with a new handle that's appeared that seems to have another switch on it. Within a small ring.
Oh yeah,
and on
Rainlow.
On the inside of these two petals or halves, there looks like to be a small holding case area, which looks like it's holding a smaller box that has a lid on it at the moment.
Oh yeah, they're touching all the buttons on this thing.
So do you proceed to mess with the smaller box?
Yes.
You proceed to open, flip the little switch on it, and you see that has a bunch of. They look like gold, but it's not gold, if it makes sense. Roughly about that long in size, and they have pointed tips.
Oh.
And there's a good number of them. And all of them seem to have what looks like to be a band of metal wrapped around each one of them. Almost. Roll me like a quick investigation check.
Are they
Investigation?
Bullets? They look like bullets. They sound like bullets.
Yeah. Give me a second. I gotta get. Okay. Investigation. 15.
15?
15.
You guys look at it and you proceed to notice and stuff that those little band things seem to actually be connected as well with small pins.
Oh.
At least. So these weird looking actually would your character actually know what bullets are?
So Retlo specifically kind of would, considering they've lived in this universe for 15 years. I believe they would have come across something that could shoot projectiles.
And you would recognize and stuff, then he would recognize them as bullets, so you would understand and stuff, these are a bunch of bullets that have been linked together by some sort of chain.
Oh, wait.
I mean, you would also probably recognize them from Abe, because Abe uses guns.
Touche.
Well,
I don't know why I described it like that, but oh well, I was in the moment.
It's fine.
Also, Rainlow's only been in one fight so far. It was against Giant Kain.
It was against
Rainlow...
a demigod.
That's fair. It was a really good fight to introduce on.
Yeah, Rainlow has only been in one fight so far, and that fight was to keep Abe alive. Not even trying to hit Kain in any way, shape, or form. Abe was just being kept
dying
at not 0 fucking HP. That was the entire fight for Rainlow.
Abe was honestly the safest during that fight because I don't think Kain was going to go for the dead one.
Anyway, so in this new configuration, you proceed to get a rough idea and stuff that this belt links up to this new device that's on the inside, and you presume it's a gun of some sort, or that shoots really fast with the amount of bullets it has stashed. But you do notice that there is another switch and stuff that's actually near the barrel the barrel assembly at the front of the gun.
Okay. They're definitely going to press that.
The second you click that and stuff, the entire box snaps shut, and the barrel proceeds to actually. Wait, no.
The barrel wouldn't rotate the way you've described it.
Right, no. So essentially, the box proceeds to snap shut. The barrel collapses down, but it's sticking out, but maybe about yay-ish much. And a new handle proceeds to extend out from the bottom, converting the green box from what looks like to be like some sort of firearm to now a hammer. It's a bit smaller than your rocket maul, but it has about a similar kind of heft to it. And you proceed to twist it around and stuff, and yeah, it's definitely similar in the way of usage, but it's not as heavy, which means you can attack much faster with it, but it's still going to pack a bit of punch.
Oh, manic giggling. Like, yeah, they're gonna fucking swing it around a couple times. Yes.
Is Abe
swing it
gonna
around a
knock on the
couple
door
times.
Or is Abe just gonna walk in? Because he doesn't have to knock for his own workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
this time for some reason he decides to knock.
So as you're looking around, you notice that there's one more switch available, and so. But right as you are about to push in stuff, someone proceeds to walk inside. I'm gonna say you're like looking at some books. Books are like, going over some papers and stuff. With like an Odon behind you, just carrying a mountain of shit.
Just literally like, okay, well, this is gonna have to be re-looked at. I mean, honestly, these Rainlow.
Completely still. Rainlow, it has crouched, completely still.
While still holding the hammer.
Rainlow, what are you doing here?
Gotta go.
Hey, wait, hold on a second.
Okay, what ends up happening is, the second, like, the thing that breaks the tension is you hit that switch. It proceeds to collapse back up into its little green case and stuff. You, holding on to it, gotta go! And proceeds to begin booking it out.
Slides between Abe's fucking legs. He literally slides between Abe's legs, scampering the fuck out. You can hear their claws clicking against the fucking... You can hear their claws clicking against the fucking airship fucking floor.
Don't make me fucking code red this place.
It just come running away, cowardly running away.
Oh, fuck it! It was planned for them anyways.
The moment Abe catches Renlo, though, Renlo just freaking licking the case, like, I licked it! It's
No, you know what? Hey, Abe's just gonna like close the book real quick, fucking toss it, and chase after Rainlow.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You're welcome.
They did move past you and stuff. I'll let you make a grab because they have to make a dex check to move past the Odon with a pile of shit in his arms.
Oh god. Okay, hold on a second.
Does the Odon just drop everything and go for Rainlow?
No, the Odon cannot drop everything. Right now it's got a lot of... Oh shit! Oh, that's important.
It's holding a mixture of books, papers, and very volatile substances.
Oh, that's fun.
If it drops
So, I
everything,
needed
we
a
will
dex
die.
check,
So,
right?
no.
I'm
Okay.
being sarcastic.
I thought he was just carrying a mountain of books and other shit.
Fail? Because that would be so funny right now.
We're good. Tell us, what you get?
That's a 3.
I was about to say,
And the
if
entire
you needed me
ship
to roll a
explodes,
dex,
the
I
campaign
rolled a
is
great
over.
dex.
Goodbye, everybody.
That's all you will die.
What's the name? Lethal Companying it. The fucking Lethal Company.
Alright. So what's happening?
Anyway, you proceed to duck and roll past the Odon with your stuff. In fact, you mid-split and stuff, of Reno holding onto the box and stuff, of Retlo rolling around, and you proceed to refuse behind the Odon as Abe ducks down to grab you two. You still have the perfect timing. I mean,
yes.
Abe,
get back here!
And you just see these two, and they're holding the box over their head, proceed to run like there's no tomorrow.
Can I add a scene, something to the scene?
Estrella with Michaeleen sees this go down?
No, Michaeleen was walking out of the kitchen, which I'm going... Is the kitchen near Abe's workshop?
No.
No, it's not?
It's not. The kitchen's on the second sublevel. Again, I'll come out with a map in a moment. I'm still putting it fully together, but Abe's workshop is above the helm.
Yeah, so they're way high up.
Okay, so never mind. I'm nowhere near them.
Well, we could say Crow's Nest, and you can see them from the top view.
Okay,
because we would go straight onto the balcony.
Okay.
Okay, so from Michaeleen, you're up high, just enjoying the wind and stuff as the sea breeze is blowing by, just peace, calm. Then you all of a sudden hear a bit of... Huh?
We're by the beach?
Apparently.
I guess so.
My
You
question
guys
about this is
are in a coastal area, okay?
I thought we were near the mountains.
Yeah, we're near the mountains. How are we near water? Hold on a fucking second.
Join the wind.
I
there.
thought we were in the damn desert.
Okay, you're hearing the wind.
Oh.
You're
You enjoy
smelling
the
the wind.
breeze as it blows by.
Yeah, all right.
So then, you proceed to hear a loud crash, a bit of a bang and stuff, as you proceed to look down. And you see Renlo and Rainier carrying what looks like to be a green box over their head and stuff, and they're full on booking it and stuff as they're running. And you see, and there's some shouting and stuff coming from the doorway.
Get back here, you fucking Kobo!
As you see Abe full on sprinting at this point, chasing after them.
Yeah, cue the running in the 90s meme music. Running in the 90s.
Okay.
You're welcome. I am
Can I roll to do a cat pounce on them?
You have
Can we get a quick one-liner before you do at least?
You've triggered his predator instincts.
I need to roll a dex.
One-liner. Shit.
You put him on the spot, man. What the hell?
He does that a lot. He's a squeedily spood.
Eb, you need a hand?
Catch the fucking Kobo!
Give me a minute.
I need to deliver that line better. It does. It just sounds like me. Eb, do you need a hand?
Rainbow was snooping around my workshop!
All right. Roll to pounce. That's what would I add to that? Like dexterity.
I'm pretty sure that would be dexterity.
Is also advantage because they don't know if you're existing.
Oh, and I'm doing it at advantage. So this is like a sneak attack.
And also you are a cat.
Yeah, you're way above them. And again,
So that first roll was a 17. Second roll is a 3, so I'm going with the 17, and I'm gonna add my dexterity to it, so plus 8.
Plus 8. Okay then.
25.
Then what would be the? So would they roll? Would they make an acrobatics check against that?
I think they did something to roll against.
They'd have to do it at a disadvantage because they don't know I'm doing it.
Yep.
Actually, no. I don't. I think. Wait. What are you having them roll?
I am way above them. I jumped down to pounce on top of the.
I'd have them roll or just go with passive perception.
Okay, then that's a passive perception roll. Also, they have to beat an 18 for passive perception and make a dex check that also beats an 18. If they succeed, then they barely manage to dodge.
I rolled a 17 plus 8. 25.
Yeah, so 25. They have to...
Okay, beat a 25, and then beat a 25 again.
All right, this is a moot point because nobody has a passive perception of 25.
Where did Duck go?
I don't know.
Duck stepped away for a moment. I'm not sure why though.
Yeah, they said.
I would also like to ask if Eiko can get involved in this somehow.
Probably.
Let's say you're on the helm and stuff.
Oh, I got an idea how you can be put into it. Renlo, he walks out from behind the corner or wherever. Renlo ducks under his legs, and Michaeleen ends up on top of
Eiko. Just full on cartoon this shit.
That's a suggestion. We don't have to do it.
Oh, I'm thinking about pulling something even really stupid. I kind of want to use polymorph and turn into a second Rainlow.
Oh God, you want to help Rainlow?
They're chill.
Okay, we've spent like 20 minutes on just this thing. We should probably get a move on.
Where's Duck?
Fucking Duck.
The fuck is she?
We should all
run away.
I'm gonna go get Andy.
Duck ran away. He's fetching waffles.
Quack, 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 quack.
Here we see the goose in his natural habitat, trying to summon the duck.
Quack,
Where are you? Where are the drugs?
I'm sorry.
It worked. I quacked.
Where's the blacksmith?
I just ran back. I had to bring my monster dog over to her house real quick.
Y'all ever have these things?
No.
Those are so
Oh
yummy.
wait,
I
party
love
animals.
those.
Yes.
Oh, like
Okay,
frosted
where were we?
animal cracker. Yeah.
Oh, you happen to mean these?
The yogurt covered animal crackers.
They're good.
These shits. Fuck yeah!
Those are yummy. I like the
You
sprinkles.
ready?
Also, what
Yes,
happened to
anyway,
sound effects?
so-
What happened to our sound effects?
Right,
They're all
well,
gone.
what is your passive perception?
They're not gone.
Perception?
Passive perception.
Passive perception, 12, I think.
Mm.
It's not good.
Or I would say she could roll because she is kind of trying to dodge Abe's ass.
Sure. Roll me a perception check then.
That's like a 4.
So then,
Ounce.
Rainbow runs into a wall.
okay, let me play the scene out, okay? So, oh, and Raya, you got a deal. All of a sudden, you just hear a slight whoosh above you, then all of a sudden, boom, you get nailed flat and stuff. Dropping the case, it proceeds to roll on the ground and bounce around. Right as Eiko walks around the corner and stuff, and it just kind of rolls to his feet, at least. Eiko, you see Abe, like closing distance and stuff on Retlo and Reyna that's just been pounced on by Michaeleen.
What the heck is going on here?
Your guess is as good as mine, Eiko.
To be honest, Abe just told me to do this.
Hold on.
Okay, you fucking cat! Get out!
Hold on. Renlo, what is that? Hand it over to me.
Is it by your feet? It's by your feet.
No, it's
Above
by your
where
feet.
it's by your feet.
I lift up the green case. It's a green case, right?
I proceed to pick up. It has a degree of heft to it.
Ooh. And I look and see. I see Abe running after it
It's
like a
it's
full on.
like-
Eiko, that is a prototype.
Running
I'm gonna
in the
cast- okay.
90s.
No, you know what? Abe
Abe
is currently doing the Cloudy with a Chance to Meatballs police officer run.
Alright, hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast polymorph. I'm going to change myself to look identical to Rainlow, and I'm just gonna start booking it with the game.
Can I break free from fucking Michaeleen?
Yeah.
Can I break free, please?
I just
You're gonna need to do
Dairy.
you're gonna need to do a strength check. I guarantee you're gonna break free. I have terrible strength.
I'm probably gonna. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
We're gonna do opposing strength checks.
Okay.
Highest number wins.
Ready?
Yep.
Go.
I got a 10 plus 1, 11.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
fuck.
You already won. So, okay.
Dylan,
Off your shoulders. Yeet this cat. Actually, Abe, I'm gonna need you to roll a dexterity check real quick as this cat gets yeeted in your direction.
No, shit.
Estrella runs after Michaeleen.
Yoink! Get the fuck off!
Kane's gonna catch
Rainlow, I
Michaeleen.
got the case. Also, I'm you now.
Kane's gonna reach out with his
Fucking
tendrils and
bucket.
catch Michaeleen.
That
Fuck it!
I don't know how well you.
Is that a nat 20?
Echoes, just hold on. To
But I
my
can't
keys,
get
run.
I can't get the camera any closer.
Ah, shit.
It's a
Oh, okay,
natural
add your dex.
20.
Add your dex on top of that.
My deck's on top of that. Ooh, okay. That's 23 then.
Okay. You proceed to dodge to the side and stuff as you just see Michaeleen gets yeeted through. Okay, so when Eiko transforms and stuff, a big poof of like pinkish blue smoke appears, coating the area. All of a sudden, you just see a cat getting yeeted your way as Retlo and Reyna and stuff is also running next to Retlo and Reyna, who has the case. They're running tag team.
God damn it. Abe's just gonna, like, as he's running forward, Michaeleen's flying towards him, Catch
They could've turned
Michaeleen,
it
put
at
him down
4.
next to him, and keep running.
Fantastic.
Dex check that shit.
Meanwhile, Estrella runs.
I rolled
over
a
to
natural
Michaeleen.
20! Alright, whatever.
Dude,
Yeah.
no.
I want to catch Michaeleen.
Okay, you are not Noto. Noto's the only one that has badass points. Oh,
You're
points who can do that kind of shit.
Alright, you know what? I rolled an unnatural 20. Is that better?
I want
Fine.
to catch
I'll
Michaeleen.
give you that. You managed to catch Michaeleen and put him back on his feet, so as you proceed to continue bolting down, chasing the two after.
You know what scene? You know what that reminds me of? You know that one scene in either Kung Fu Panda 1 or 2 where Poe gets launched over at Tigress,
And Tigress just
upside down,
fucking catches him, flips him around,
catches
puts him
him,
down.
flips him around, and turns him around.
Anyway,
Just get out of my way!
You can find that scene edited in.
Okay, many
Probably
many
can't do
more
the
hours
copyright,
of-
but
By the way, you might have to do the chicken music and stuff. Many more hours and stuff of running around the ship and stuff, chasing the case. It ends.
nah, the Benny Hill music.
Everyone proceeds to end up in the lounge and stuff, tired, worn out, getting drinks and such. As
You
anyway,
fucking
as
bastards.
Renlo and Reyna are sitting on, as Renlo and Reyna and stuff are sitting on the couch and stuff, Renlo clutched around the case and stuff, both legs and arms, hissing when anyone comes near, and Reyna wielding the dual-wielding hammer.
Yes.
The dual hammer in contest. Eiko has also
That's
joined in
hilarious.
protecting the green box.
Eiko still looks like Rainlow.
We had among the players.
My spoils.
Abe's just standing in the way of both doors to the lounge.
I
You,
feel 20 again.
you both fucking suck.
It's all in good fun.
You
It's
want me
all
to,
in good
baby?
Shut the fuck up, Retlo.
Yeah.
That is a prototype.
Which one?
It's not ready.
But please. Reyna says, but please.
Persuasion check. Roll persuasion check.
Eyes big, watery. Hold on. Persuasion.
Give me a second. I got the proper
And the
meme. I got
ad.
the proper meme. I got the proper meme for this. Give me a sec. Go to GIFs. Type the thing in. If I can just text.
God damn it, they are gifts.
I just imagine the Puss in Boots.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
No.
I
Have you?
have a very interesting persuasion thing. So that is a unnatural 21.
Remember, if persuasion fails, licks the case.
Please. Please.
Okay.
We got it fair and square.
Beat a 21 with a insight check.
She could also try seducing him.
Good
I'm sorry.
fucking luck.
Not his type. Not his type.
Fuck. That's a total
What was
of
your
15.
Okay, how does Ape react to getting those big cobalt eyes and stuff? Very
God.
pleading and
Fucking
Huge twin,
damn it.
just the little lip quiver. Just
Lip quivered.
please. Please.
Fine. Give it here and I'll activate the firing mechanism.
Yeah. And Ren was like, here you go, big man.
no. Random proceeds
And
to try to
then they like
grab
the
himself.
case. For ownership.
Renlo is still clutched onto it, kisses at his own sister. No.
Abe's gonna
Eiko's
take
gonna
hold of the
reach
box.
out, give him a fist bump.
Abe's gonna take hold of the box. Obviously, he's
Renlo's
gonna.
still clinging onto it, hissing.
All right. Well, Retlow's gonna get popped off of it in a moment because Abe presses the button to turn it into a gun. As the
He
side of the
deserves it.
case literally flings him off.
Use your
Reyna
eyes.
jump up and fucking grab him.
Nah, let him fly into the wall. It's funnier.
No, here's the thing, alright? Abe literally has to bend down to reach and grab it. So if he
The man
picks
is
it up, Retlo was literally hanging from it.
Mac!
I'm sorry.
He just
but
hits
Kain,
the floor.
You see him walk through the door. All of a sudden, boom, in the middle of your chest, a cobalt lands.
Does he
Starts
scoop?
sinking in.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Abe is going.
Winds up. I can just see Ren himself just looking at Kain's eyes, kind of cupping each one of his pecs and stuff. Then all of a sudden, just
Hey, dude. My bad.
No, here you go. You see, Retlo pulls one of those Deadpool things. He's like, Dad?
Scoutmaster Kevin?
Pastor Bob?
Father Johnson?
Mr. Michaels from the pharmacy?
Mike the male guy.
Steve?
Scott from management?
Anyways,
Jared from Subway?
Shut up! I
Holy
hate you
shit.
all.
Oh, that one got me. Oh, that one got me.
I need something stronger at this point. I need something stronger.
What are you all doing?
oh, God.
Well, you got the case.
Now you have to lick it. Lick it so the people know it's yours. That's how the rules go.
He's supposed to activate for me. I can't even do Retlo's voice right now. I just sound
Anyways.
like Muscle Man's fucking
You
sister.
just no.
Okay. So Abe's gonna like.
Who else licks their cases?
Who else doesn't like to share their case?
Mom!
Y'all
Y'all are killing me.
Michaeleen, have you had any of those strange edibles or that cantrip nip today? You're acting weird.
He's had plenty of catnip.
Weirder than usual.
I'm sorry, I may or may not have had a
T-shirt brothers don't share secrets.
little bit of something.
You've been imbibing again, okay? I see how it is. Oh my goodness. Also, she's holding her journal. Her journal kind of it's open, but she has it covered to her chest. She has a drawing pencil tucked behind her ear. So she was drawing something.
Okay.
So
Oh, I need a little whiskey now.
Abe is holding the
So,
case as he's turned it into the gun.
To drink.
He's going to pull a couple parts out of his coat pocket and just start messing with the Jesus Christ. Messing with the loading mechanism. As you see him insert a couple parts and then rip out a large chunk.
Retlo's gonna, because I assume Retlo hit Kain, dropped to the floor. He's gonna get
No,
up
he's
and be
stuck
like,
there for a minute.
he's
He's
stuck there
just
for
like-
a minute and then drop to the floor.
Yeah. So Abe is then going to turn it back into a case from the gun and hold it out to Reyna. I trust you. I trust you more than your brother.
Honestly, understandable. I don't know how to work this thing. He does, but understandable.
Just don't. Abe is going to pick up Retlo. If you shoot this inside the Seraphim, we'll throw
I'm going to
you
shoot
off
you
of
with it.
Sir, yes, sir.
No. No. What he says is, if you shoot this inside the Seraphim, I will fire you out of a cannon.
He's gonna do it, especially then. But what'll happen, because Reyna won't be in the cannon, so they'll get too far apart? Will he just like snap back and like?
Yeah, they just snap back to each other, meet in the middle between them.
I will make sure Reyna is inside the ship. That way he snaps back, hits the side of the Seraphim, and just sticks to the wall.
Both of them are gonna hit it. Reyna will also be in pain.
No, what you do is put Reyna already up against the wall, so like when the force, she just
bam.
That, or second thing is that when he gets fired out of the cannon, Reyna just gets zipped along with him as they travel in with an invisible tether to one another.
Yeah. Probably
so in other words, Retlo will be going fully straight. Reyna's going in a circle around him.
I will say this: by now, Eiko is no longer in polymorph and just reverts back to his normal self, dusts himself off, and just gets his composure back because he hasn't been goofy in a while.
Abe's head is just gonna turn slowly towards Eiko. And
you bitch!
You could have helped.
What's with a little fun once in a while? Look, they were having a fun time, and I just thought,
If you want the upgrade to the Kain,
behave.
Exactly.
Man, be nice. Pop wanted to help.
Pop didn't help me.
Pop turns and looks at Retlo. But who the fuck you calling Pops?
That.
No, you can call me Pops.
The only grandson I have hates my ass.
He likes us.
Why I'm doing this?
You're all right.
No. Look, I'm 4-Kid Sanji.
Now, I should probably. We've been invited to a gala, haven't we? Right.
Yes, that is true.
And this is...
Wait, we were what now? I was making gumbo then.
I want to inform you all. If we're going to go to this gala, I know the kind of crowd that goes to these kind of events. We're going to want to be on our best behavior, number one, and number two, our best guard. Let me tell you, there is no one more cunning than those on the social ladder.
Oh, I've already got the solution for that problem.
Eiko, oddly enough, I actually do agree with you.
Get us arrested. What I'm saying is,
my idea. I'd heck say my idea, but I'll just say it aloud. You might not be able to carry a bag of holding that has weapons, but what about a person of holding?
I'm not saying weapons. I'm not saying they're going to attack you.
No,
what I'm saying
he means intellectual.
Yes.
Oh, God, intellectually, because these people will try to scam you and con you into doing what they want, because they may think that you are beneath them, because we are not nobles. We are not royalty.
Should anybody
we are not of
be
the higher
in a
class.
situation? Should anybody be in a situation like that? Look for me. Bring me over. We will talk.
Honestly, I have a few goals with this gala. Wasn't exactly planned, but it could be beneficial, so...
Really?
I need to make a little connections. I am building a city, after all. Be nice to have friends close by. Or just friends across the continent.
I assume you may need my assistance then for that?
If you wouldn't mind, I know that you speak Aristocant. I would like to make use of that if you would allow me.
I'll oblige, considering I just played keep away with a briefcase to you. It's only fair.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Why the fuck am I asking? You just owe me, bastard.
You'll look back at this and you'll laugh.
Maybe one day. So long as fucking Retlo doesn't blow our heads off with the damn thing.
Oh no, I trust Redlow.
Would never.
Redlow,
She wouldn't. She knows.
I like Redlow.
Retlo, how tall are you?
2'7", 8, 2'8". He's 2'7". We're both 2'7".
Okay. Retlo, I'm not afraid to ask this, but how much do you weigh?
Hold on. I wrote it down somewhere. Shit.
Does it do the? Is it a like a reptilian kobold?
He's
I'm assuming.
below 100.
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
Oh, yeah, if they're only 2 foot tall, yeah. It's
Is it
definitely under
below
100 pounds.
50?
Put change.
Yes. Very much so.
Okay. Retlo, I'm going to guarantee you this right now. If you pull that trigger, you will go flying and lose control of it.
That's why we're gonna go do it together.
Rocket
When we're
goblin?
one.
You're going to do it while you're rain low.
Of course. Unless absolutely necessary.
Oh god, even then you may need something to hold you there. That's not a child.
Above board. How about next iteration? When you fire it, when you pull the trigger, it activates an internal rod of whatever it is that
Rod.
the what now?
Immovable rod.
The immovable rod, so it completely negates all recoil.
Like I said, it's a prototype, guys. It's not
it's a
meant to be
prototype.
used yet. It's not even. Abe just now put the firing mechanism in. It's never even been shot. It's literally an untested prototype. I have no idea what it's going to do at this point. I know what it's
Could
supposed
blow
to
up.
do.
So then. Eiko, as you proceed to kind of look around, the entire party is kind of sitting in the lounge at this point. You proceed to kind of look around individually at each party member, and you begin to start thinking. You sigh and just point out that you guys are going to need clothes, because you guys are not prepared for a gala with the dress thing.
Gotta be honest, we may also need to adhere to the dress code. Now that's no issue for me, but
Look, I just recently started wearing a shirt.
you're gonna need to wear more than just a shirt to get into there.
What's wrong with my coat?
Well,
Well,
I've got a
nothing
scarf.
wrong with
Does that
that.
work?
To
Kain
everyday
looks down at the
people.
sad remains of his clothes.
Michaeleen looks down at himself and looks at his fur lining and his side, his half cloak or his half cape rather.
Estrella kind of looks at Michaeleen as well. She says, I mean, if you just brush it a little bit.
Actually, if I'm gonna be honest, the only really decently dressed person would be Estrella over here. You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you. This is just what I usually wear, but thank you.
So in other words, we're going to need a tailor.
Octopus.
I think I know a tailor.
Jumps up the bar,
Yeah.
just shaking a cocktail and stuff. Up in one hand, tosses it to the other hand, proceeds to continue shaking, just passing it back and forth while shaking. So, yes. Spins around as he dumps in, and basically a rainbow shot. Like 8, 12 glasses and it ships colors for each one.
Hey, what was your name again?
My name is Jeffrey Michaeleen.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, God.
How
You beat me to it.
good are you at tailoring?
Well, sir, I am somewhat decent at it, but unfortunately, without the sense of touch, I will not be able to do it as precisely as I would like. But you guys do have to travel to the gala, so I presume it won't be that hard to purchase such things on the way there. And with the fine eye and shrewd deal-making skills, I presume you have, Count Eiko, you should be more than able to get rather dashing and elegant outfits for rather cheap.
I have the funds. We
He's
can.
got the hat on his head.
I'll see we all get properly dressed.
Oh, thank God! For once, I don't have to fucking pay.
Sorry, mister. I have the funds to build a city, but I like to be cheap.
I'm building a city. Why wouldn't I want to be cheap with everything else?
Master Abe, I do have one particular question, and again, Kain, I mean no offense for this, but what exactly is the issue of kind of does a rough gesture to horns above head? Ed, going to be
I have one idea as Abe just holds up his hand that's into a sword. But it's not a particularly great one.
Everyone just sees this.
You know,
Daddy, don't hit mommy. Daddy, don't hit mommy.
we could decorate them to make it look like a fancy headdress.
We could.
I mean,
Okay, hold on. Are we talking
neither
about
of us
putting
have
flowers?
horns.
Because if could you imagine Kain wearing a crown of flowers?
No,
He'd
but
look
I can
real
imagine
cute.
something that resembling Maleficent.
Who?
Who?
A fairy tale I used to read my daughter.
Yeah,
Right.
I think,
No one knows what the fuck going on anymore. Old man speak.
Fairy tale I read my daughter.
I see. I mean, I guess we could try and disguise it, but I mean, he's got the mask on too. It's a bit hard. It's not a masquerade.
I will say this. It's not appearance of your body that matters. It's appearance of your status that matters. No one cares what you look like, but they care how you look like.
Gotcha. So
It's
in
how
other
you
words,
present
somebody needs to
yourself.
teach Kain how to hold himself properly.
Well, there is one solution that might go up to it. We could.
I'm not doing anything or teaching him. I'm not going near him with a 5-foot pole.
Oh, of course not. But you could possibly play off that he's an exotic bodyguard of some kind, possibly a wild beast trained to defend. It would be easy enough to strap a collar around him to make it seem as such, and then proper attire would be ready to go. But
Jeff,
again,
you know
I
what?
think
You
that-
are more than welcome to try and slap a collar around his neck. Feel free.
Hold on. I have a way. I have a way to do that. Kain.
No, damn it.
Eris finds men wearing collars quite sexy.
What did I miss?
Dude,
An entire conversation.
we've been
about
talking
you.
about you being at the gala.
I was responding to text from my sister. I'm sorry.
We're talking about how to hide the fact that we were talking about a headdress before to cover up the horns.
Bro, just give me a nice outfit and I'll wear my hat. I'll be fine.
Well, now we're talking about putting you up as like an exotic bodyguard.
exotic.
I don't want to be a body. I don't want that.
Exotic bodyguard. You know what I mean?
An
But-
exotic bodyguard, yes. Haha, very funny.
One with a collar and then one
I'm
with
not
a
wearing-
collar on.
I'm not wearing a collar unless everybody's paying me 1,000 gold at least.
But Ken, Eris thinks that men wearing collars is sexy.
Once I hear that from her, I'll believe it. I ain't moving a word out of your lying ass.
Roll me persuasion check. Roll me
I
persuasion
thought
check.
you were a cat, not a fucking lion.
I need to roll deception.
Yeah,
You're
roll
not gonna
deception check.
win.
Roll
Me-
deception.
Meanwhile, Estrella's
I have a
ready
plus
to get her
6
journal some
deception.
more.
Estrella's standing there ready with the collar. Like, come on, come on.
That's a natural 20.
Hey,
Hold
I
on,
just
hold on.
I just deception.
26.
You have to, okay, you have to beat a 26 now with your insight check.
Where?
Wisdom.
No, I was saying, where did my dice go? I just dropped it. Let go of me! Oh, I still haven't leveled myself up. I ain't gonna lie.
Got more pretzels.
So you said...
It'd be an insight check, which is your wisdom.
Okay. Okay. Can I use a point of inspiration to add a few to this?
Or to make Michaeleen
Nope.
re-roll.
Yeah, make his ass re-roll. Thank you.
Fine.
Do you really want to waste inspiration on that and stuff? Wouldn't you rather save
I'm
the
not
combat?
being convinced by this man to wear a collar.
Man, just work with it, man. It's fun.
I'm not
to be
wearing a
degraded.
goddamn collar.
It's just a choker.
I get degraded. My character gets degraded by you all the time, and I put up with it. Your turn.
Look it up, you big
Fine.
baby.
I'll re-roll.
Fine. If he gets another not 20, I'm just gonna say he succeeds and you put that fucker on.
I'm not wearing it.
But he will believe that Eris finds men in colors sexy.
He'll think about it.
That's what
He'll
the
be like,
deception
well,
is for.
maybe.
It's not to make you
I'm
wear a
not
collar.
wearing the
It's making
collar.
you believe that Eris thinks it's hot.
And I'll bring it up next time.
Fuck,
And
it's a
she's like,
6. Plus 6, 12.
No! My turn.
12.
The 17.
Natural one.
Fuck!
Alright, well,
fun.
Nate is not fooled.
You know that the cat is obviously bluffing.
Well, actually, that'd have been a 21, but...
Anyway, whatever. You win. So,
Boo.
I'm not a...
a boo to the scary man. Boo. And a hiss.
Boo.
Boo.
Actually,
Hiss.
we're at the perfect soundtrack. Let's do it like this then.
It's not shame, it's...
Shame him.
You can't use that in this situation.
See you later, I already
Christian,
did.
come on. You humiliate Eiko all the time. and
All
you
right,
I
just
it's
have
let
fine.
yourself
stopped.
get
It's a legitimate
humiliated.
I have stopped, good sir. I have not done it in a long time.
I'm just saying, your new appearance
I
is
can
something
resume.
that has some workarounds now.
If you'd like, I could resume.
No, hold on, Kain. You have to admit, your new appearance, we have to work around it somehow. We have to find a way to actually have you in public without starting a fucking monster hunt.
I mean, my head is draconic. It's just that flame that's the problem. Just be
No,
like I'm a
it's not
special
like that.
kind of dragonborn or some shit. I got a tail.
You are a big ass motherfucker.
I
Bigger
am
than-
a dragonborn.
Hey, question.
You do
have
not look
tried-
like me.
Hey, question. Have
mean,
you
he could-
tried dousing the light with like water, baking soda, a heavy top?
He
You know
bans
what?
Everything.
How about this? We just make you look
Like, ready to
handsome,
douse?
and we
Wait,
walk
where's
in.
that?
Wait, hold
I
on.
said
Hold on
put me
a
in nice
fucking
outfit.
second. God,
Give
this
me
is
a cloak.
no. What the fuck are we thinking? Kain, you have disguised self.
We said it wouldn't work.
Glamour.
Nope.
You know what? You know what?
He said if I was going full in with the monster thing with that, I could not use those to cover it up.
Why did you
I'll
agree
say-
to do the full monster thing, dude?
There are two. Okay, I will say this: there are two ways to get around this issue. At least one is a really extreme, a really expensive 9th level spell called True Polymorph,
Man, just anybody that asks, tell them I got a curse.
And a specialty item they have to look into to get for him.
Just tell them, just give me a cloak, tell them I got a curse, end of story. I'll wear my hat, I'll lie my ass off.
Tell him you've got a rose under a glass dome, and each petal that falls is a loss.
That's plagiarizing. You can't use that.
Tell that to a lot of other stores.
Tell that to Disney themselves. They plagiarize shit all the time.
It's actually a cookie, and every time a bite gets taken out of it, he gets more beastly.
The one taking the bites is fucking Retlo.
Retlo just comes up and sees a cookie and goes, "Fuck yeah!"
Absolutely.
Just instant
Eiko
beast
pulls
form
out a cookie
again.
from his little bag. Eiko pulls out a cookie from his little bag and hands it over to Retlo.
No, he's an old man.
Okay.
To give him
No.
a lollipop or something.
No. It's like Renlo sees the cookie, tries to go for the cookie. Estrella literally picks up Renlo. No, not that cookie. We'll get you another cookie.
What do you mean, not that cookie? I had those baked. They're good
By
cookies.
who?
They add +5 to your health. They're fine.
That's Kane's specially cursed cookie.
These aren't Kane's cookies. These are my cookies. They add
No,
+5
there's
to
two
your
different
health.
situations going on.
Excuse me, why the fuck are there cursed cookies?
What is going on? Can we please get back to the campaign?
Oh my God.
people?
Yeah.
All right.
This has been hijinks and insanity.
This started with what you
Sorry,
said,
1,
Michaeleen. You
2,
brought up the
3,
damn
4,
jar.
5, 6, 7 idiots. It's been hijinks
All right.
and
Let's just
chaos for 7 idiots.
skip to go into the town.
Okay, and meth before we start the game or something.
All right.
What
Let's
were
just
you
skip to
doing
go into
again?
town to get clothing.
Yay, town!
Yeah. Okay, hold on. So, for the sake of expediting this, we went to town. We got clothes. We figured out a
Yeah,
way
really
for
nice
Kain to
outfit.
hide. However,
I
the
wore a
fuck
cloak.
you want to do that?
I wore a cloak.
You put Kain in a suit.
We
That's
now
it.
need to be at the gala because we are an hour and 20 minutes into this, and we haven't even gotten to the gala.
Oops.
Then again, we probably also spent 20 minutes the first part of just fucking around because...
Touche. So, I'm going to say, put simply at least, Kain, since you didn't agree to any of the options and stuff, we're going to just go big cloak, but people are going to be very nervous around you.
No, I got a suit. I just got a cloak covering my head. I got a hood.
Oh, he's wearing a
Instead, I'm in a
turban.
suit. I'm in a suit.
That costed a good money to tailor.
So? It's not like it's some fancy magic suit. It's just clothing. It's probably silver.
To get a fine... Dude, you're asking for party clothes and stuff meant for a fucking giant-ass person.
All right. How much?
You realize
how
we don't
much
really
money
have
will
many
I have
problems
to?
with money right now.
How much money? I'm paying for all of it. How much money am I gonna have to fork over for the offer?
Well, you happen to have someone who's very good at convincing people of things with very high charisma.
I'm doing this. I'm
Not
taking care
you!
of this.
Not anymore!
To put
Not
simply,
you anymore.
Okay. To put simply, at least, Eiko, with the sheer... So, you guys you leave and essentially have 3 days before the gala starts, so you have a few days to do it. You manage to get there day 1, you get the tailor thing. For the particular size and stuff of his ass, as to just your whole thing, it's gonna take them a good time since it's a bit of a rush hour, because something like that would take much longer. So it's a bit of a rush job. About 800 gold pieces.
Okay. Very well.
Hey, Salt, you remember our
Yes.
Need to
discussion
give some
about
money
the
to Pop Pop.
currency of this world, right?
I mean, you could always ask to borrow a hat and try and convince them to go a little lower.
I'm doing this.
Kain,
Oh,
your charisma no longer
not-
can be like persuasion or stuff. It is all intimidation now.
Okay, can I swap my persuasion? Because my persuasion was actually high.
Sure.
You are a
It's
monster, regardless.
Also,
nervous
Eiko's not
around
gonna
you,
want to
it could go
have
anywhere. Talking
any-
may or may not help your situation. Put it this way,
Eiko's not gonna want to
town,
be part.
you didn't- put it this way, when you first walked into town, on the wizard's degree of guards that came out and stuff, surprised at these. They were nervous, but with the other people around you, they were. Yeah.
All right, then hypothetically, how much higher would you say my intimidation increased then?
At least plus 15, if not higher.
Brother,
Insane.
no, that has to be like +8.
Too much.
Like,
Too much.
8?
Plus 15 is way too high. That's literally an automatic success no matter what.
Okay.
Plus 8 is an automatic success because I'm already at 8. I was always at 8.
All right, then +3.
So 11. He sits at 11. Yeah, which, dude, that's not a good thing for you, which means in just walking down the street, people will be moving like scared of you.
That's fine.
Intimidation raises. Persuasion drops to 0.
Yeah, let's do that. Persuasion, anything of that nature. It's your
I'm
drop.
actually trying to fix my thing. Hold on. Persuasion. I'm not gonna change it permanently because it's gonna go back eventually, but minus.
For right now, I'll drop it. And then after commissioning the suit.
Did Michaeleen get a suit?
Michaeleen, I've paid for your suit.
Yes.
So I'm now down to 200 gold. Oof.
I can pay for my
Yeah, you
own
should have
food.
paid for this.
Old
this way.
man coffin.
From Michaeleen and stuff, they had plenty of, due to him being a normal human-sized and such, they had plenty of pre-made suits and stuff that were available. So I'm guessing you got one of the nice ones and stuff that has kind of like the extended coattails kind of thing to get the whole like waist skirt type thing, but it doesn't look completely disgusting.
It's a tux with tails.
Tux with tails, yeah.
I am wearing my
Sexy.
half-made cloak of invisibility with it. Though.
Yeah, you have it kind of set up as like almost like a shoulder, like pauldron style with like a slight sash.
Yeah, I could have probably worn one of those, couldn't I? Just people
Hey,
start causing problems. Gone.
look at Ducky Eiko.
I know. It's the matching. Wait. Oh yeah, it is the matching. Wait.
Kind of. Not really, but yes, they have the matching capes.
Oh no,
Aw.
it died.
Renlo, I am going to say this. I'm going to say this and stuff. Renlo kind of finds a nice looking getup and stuff. So they fit. So you kind of toss together your outfit that you'll be wearing to the gala. At least they saw it, and they proceed to get an outfit that isn't the exact same thing, but very, very similar.
I would want Eiko to be involved with getting Rainbows and be like, you want to
for
match?
sure. He is totally. They're gonna match.
We're gonna match.
Matching capes. They're like grandfather and granddaughter. It's very cute, very wholesome.
/ grandson.
The grandfather and his grandkids.
Grand.
Yeah.
Because respectfully, his own doesn't know him.
Actually, not grandkid. They're like both 30. They're like the age of my daughter.
Yeah.
If anything, they remind me more of.
That way, adoptive children.
I'll be your uncle.
Adopted nephews.
No, don't touch
Nephews,
me.
nephew and niece.
Eiko, you see that Kain is looking. Not Kain. Abe is fine. He has a somewhat outfit that's looking somewhat decent, but he's still wearing. I presume you still have kind of your hat and mask on at the moment.
I will have my hat and my mask as well as my scarf on. But the scarf is just kind of draped over my shoulders.
Okay.
You know, could I suggest something to you, Abe?
What would that be?
A top hat.
Hey, Pops.
They might suit you.
A top hat?
For an
That's
event
kind
like
of his
this.
main thing.
I love cherry Tootsie Pops.
I could see him changing
I mean-
the jacket, not the hat.
I guess.
At least for the night.
If you think it would look better, Abe's gonna take his hat off and like wave it a couple times, and then it's just gonna pop up into a top hat and put it back on his head.
Somewhat works.
Is that better?
It'll be suitable for the gala.
There is one thing
You
that
look
does kind of stick
dapper.
out. There is one thing that does kind of stick out with his getup, his mask. It looks rather nice and stuff, but you know how galas are. Masks, again, wearing a mask at a gala and stuff instead of a masquerade party is a bit weird.
I
Almost something
mean,
would draw
it kind of
attention.
just blends into his head because it's not totally a mask. It's more looking like a helmet. It just is. It's so thin because it's meant to literally look like his head.
The hat ties it all together. Would you also consider by chance a monocle, or do you think that might be a little unnecessary? I think it'd be worth it to at least give it a try.
I'm gonna say Jeffrey's there. Perhaps maybe some spectacles. A small pair of glasses on the bridge of your nose.
How would I wear those with the mask on?
Retlow's gonna look over.
You could always remove it, sir.
He's gonna look at him in awe, like, the fuck you just say to me?
Fuck is removed?
Oh, my
Is that
back.
a thing?
Remove it.
Taken that thing off before.
Garber's got and stuff, and during the other day and stuff, Rental and Lorena dipped away from the party for a little bit and stuff, and came back, rejoined up. If anyone was perceptive enough, you might have noticed that they might be holding or having one or two new items. Rental and Lorena, please tell me via Discord when you get the chance what your items you go with the stuff we discussed earlier.
All right.
Thoroughly. There. We got that lined out. You guys all proceed to the gala. Suit for Kain was somewhat rushed, but looks suitable enough. But Eiko, roll me a quick perception check on it.
Perception check, got it.
Alright, so are we at the gala? What I missed?
You guys are currently walking towards the palace, at least.
Okay.
That is 16. No, wait, yes.
Estrella and her quail to start.
You look at it and it looks fairly suitable and stuff. You do notice one or two small spots that other people might notice that they might possibly pick at and stuff, but they're minor enough that hopefully they're too trivial to even make fun of.
You know, what could tie it all together? A pocket square.
You proceed to just grab a random tea cloth, like a giant ass tea cloth and stuff, fold it up and stuff and shove it into the shirt real quick.
No, I'm not going near him.
Oh, touche.
He scared me.
Anyway, so everyone proceeds to walk towards the gala area, at least. The king has a small manor near his keep or main castle.
We're towards the entrance to the ballroom.
Yeah. Which the main entrance, so you have a small entrance, maybe about 20 feet in length and about 60 feet wide. That leads into a massive ballroom. I'm gonna say an easy 200 by 200 feet. At least. Balcony that goes up a little bit higher for that. And then it looks like it has two small doors on the lower section that branch off into two smaller hallways that then lead into what you presume to be a patio in back. And this is a somewhat raised building off the ground. At least maybe 2-3 stories up.
As we're going in, I am going to stand beside Kain. Kind of look to him. So, what exactly are you hoping to get out of this gala in
Abe?
Building connections?
You mean me?
Okay, so Eiko's standing next to Abe and asks that question.
Well, if we're being honest, since I'm going to be, building this city, I'm going to need
Resources, power.
a supply chain. I'm going to need allies, and I'm going to need trade partners. People that I can trade with, because the stuff that we're going to be selling is, shall we say, beneficial to most.
What the hell? Somebody just crap in here.
Oh, God.
Consider me intrigued. And I'm gonna head down towards the gala. Are there any bouncers?
There does look to be a handful of small guards around the door at least, but as you guys kind of are walking near the entrance, at least, so it's like you're in like the front parking lot area as you guys are proceeding to walk in. The king is Malric is kind of starting to deal welcoming guests in and stuff. He sees you guys and proceeds to walk up, greeting you in a friendly gesture, which for the more perceptive members do notice that the guards were kind of put back a little bit, seeing the giant monster in a suit walk up out of nowhere. But with the king, with the people next to him, along with the king personally greeting and stuff, they are slightly put at ease by this as they proceed to kind of relax a little bit, but still ever so tense.
He's a scholar in the knowledge of darker realms. He's quite smart regarding those.
Anyway, Malric will kind of lean in to Abe and Eiko ever so slightly. I did give the guards a bit of a warning that one of my guests would look a bit peculiar. To help put them at ease. I can't say...
It's not about the appearance, King Malric. I think we all know that. It's about the status.
Of course.
In situations like these.
Of course.
He's with me.
Of course, Eiko, I didn't want my men to jump on him on the spot, thinking him something.
We're all here to have a good time.
Still, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Highness, for being so kind and gracious enough to let you attend your gala.
Yes. And feel free to take it as my form of apology. Apology such for my rude first meetings with you.
I'll have a bottle sent from my Merlot to your estate.
Thank you, Eiko. You all proceed to enter, and the ballroom is already filled with various nobility dignitaries from all over the place.
Does Estrella recognize any of these dignitaries, considering how she's trapped?
You guys have barely entered yet, but you all proceed to kind of walk in together as a group. And Eiko, roll me a d12.
A d12, that's an interesting number. Just a straight roll?
Yep.
Not a gay roll?
Of course.
Lucky stars for me. 11.
11. You guys all enter as a solid group, but within the first 11 minutes of being there and stuff, just naturally walking around, you guys are kind of separated out. Breaking up into rough parties.
I'd like to at least say, before we separate, remember, should anybody start asking you of anything, find me, bring me over, and let me talk.
I will say that...
Understood.
Everyone agrees upon this. So...
Of course.
So then...
Michaeleen is going to make his way over to the... I'm assuming there's a buffet table somewhere?
Right now, there isn't really any direct place for food that you can see in the main ballroom. But there are servants walking around with trays with a few nibbles here and there. And, yeah. But if you make your way over to the balcony, so if you go off one of the side pathways, goes back and go to the main balcony, there is one or two tables up, two long tables filled to the brim with various little snacks.
What
Okay.
are you doing with that spoon? Anyway,
I'm
So-
gonna make my way to the snacks.
and Estrella, in
Estrella?
her pale disguise, has been kind of sticking close to Michaeleen.
Okay. So Estrella and Michaeleen are a group. Ducky, are you did you kind of break up from the rest of the party, or are you with anyone?
I think Rainlow is just going to follow whoever is closest to them because they have no idea what the fuck to do in this situation at all. They are the lowest of lowborn.
Okay.
Michaeleen is going to the place where there is food, so
Of course. I'm going to simply say that Rentlo and Raina are currently fused, and are going to stay fused for the most part right now, and are actually near Kain, who kind of has a bit of a circle. Wherever he walks, people make room for him, and he does have a good number of eyes on him. He is substantially taller than most of the Gets, but there are like at least maybe a dozen other tall folk, but he dwarfs them in comparison.
No.
I was gonna ask if you wanted me to stick by Abe, kind of play towards the bodyguard bit, but not really.
The party's again. It's a gala. People again step in. You can be next to someone one moment, separate the next.
Abe would have instantly disappeared into the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm out above board. Just wanted to talk to Abe real quick. Abe, what is on your head?
Probably a pillowcase.
Pillowcase, yeah.
Yeah, well, the difference between that and what I had on my head is I can see through what I have on my head.
I can see.
You
through
don't need to
this.
see to play this game.
I'm holding 2 fingers
Anyway.
up. Well, okay, that doesn't put much.
How many fingers am I holding up?
2.
Two.
Aiko's
How many
holding
fingers
4.
am I holding up?
Salt's holding up 1, and it's his middle.
How many am I
And
holding up?
You're not even in
now,
camera,
buddy.
dumbass.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Okay.
God, I turned
Ow!
my camera that way more.
You're Abe. You are with me, correct? Or I am with you.
I'm on my couch right now because my back was hurting.
Abe's kind of mingling in the crowd right now. And Estrella is sticking next to Michaeleen, and you actually kind of separated.
Hold on. Was Abe allowed to wear his mask?
I'd say he's allowed. As long as he's wearing a top hat, he's got a nice pocket square in, he's got
There's
a lot of
probably-
accessories to draw attention to his form rather than just his face. I'd say he's looking quite dapper.
I'll say it worked, and I'll also say maybe you adjusted the mask a little bit and stuff, so instead of just a mono thing, it has a small division to actually look like eyes. A little bit, possibly.
Okay. So one of the other
Yeah.
Abe,
masks.
am I with?
Yeah.
Am I with
Yeah,
you, Abe?
one.
You are able to find me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as the party goes on, there's music being played throughout the thing, and Eiko, you hear a voice behind you. Well,
Yes.
Count Eiko, I wasn't expecting you to be here. The voice sounds interesting, rather well spoken. You proceed to turn around and see a white Leonin. Onan.
Oh no.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, my apologies, good sir. He proceeds to give a very light bow. Alongside him and stuff are 4 white foxes.
Oh dear.
Foxes at least. He proceeds to give a bit of a light bow. I am Kazas Indrath. I'm one of the noble members of the Lion Dynasty of the Beastman territories. As you've done a great deal of trading with us, have you not?
Ayako's eyes widen as he connects person in his past who he used to trade with and let use his the waters around his house for
The
trading,
yeah.
and he connects and he's like,
Oh shit!
oh, We have not met in person yet, have we?
We have not, good sir.
Estrella holding Michaeleen's arm.
We're nowhere near him.
We're nowhere
somewhere
near.
else than
This is a gala. We're not even able to see each other at this point.
Why did we not wear? We have the earpieces on, do we not?
Probably not. Not in this case.
Oh, what finds the great a blue dragon himself out at a place like this? I wonder.
Well, of course, trade deals, of course. I was invited by the king himself here.
So the rumor
We've done a few minor dealings in the past, and we find each other favorable in a sense.
See. Above board, yes,
above
Michaeleen?
board. Would he know that Eiko is traveling with Michaeleen?
Be quiet and watch the show. Be quiet and watch the show.
Actually, who knows at this point, honestly? Because in the guest house, he wasn't able to see outside. The only one of us he heard was Abe.
So, the rumors I heard from the grapevine were true, that you gained the ear of the king. Oh, interesting. So, did you come here by yourself, or did you bring a +1? I obviously brought mine, as he kind of gestures to his 4 foxes. One of them, of course, is...
I myself have brought someone, but they're off somewhere in here, mingling. I'm sure I'll find them in a moment or so.
Things are...
I haven't been to a gala like this before.
Oh, I see. Well, if you're here, I hope he is as well.
What brings you here exactly?
Oh, like I said, to put simply, my dynasty deals in a good deal of trade with Varel. In financial aid, of course. Varel needs all the help he can get, so we lend them supplies, a little bit of money here and there. You know, aid. But if...
How very charitable of you.
Anyway, I don't wish is to draw your time. I must take your leave. If I need to see if a particular stray cat has wandered by, I wouldn't want to miss an opportunity to.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, never mind. And
I'm going. Can I catch up and get a little closer to him?
He's about maybe. Again, the party's somewhat packed and stuff, so you're maybe about 2-3 feet away from him, so you can easily take one step and make it.
I know what you did.
I've done a great... And he kind of leans in a bit. I presume this is a bit of a hushed tone. Eiko, did you say that in a bit of a hushed tone? And so
I do.
Okay. He proceeds to lean back in. So, Eiko, you must be more specific. I've done a many great deal of things. And I know you...
But I have a feeling I know what you mean.
Is Kain tall enough to see around him here?
He proceeds to look you in the eye, at least, and you can most certainly tell he's... Again, anime character, the whole eye shine kind of thing. What color is his eyes?
Kazis's?
Yes. I presume red. Red, yeah. You proceed to see a bit of a slight sheen in his eyes. Oh, Eiko, I wouldn't wish harm upon him in the slightest. I merely want to speak. Have a few playful words, nothing more. Besides, this is a gala. If I wish to cause trouble here, just imagine and how much backlash I would receive back home. Not to mention damaging precious trade deals.
You're at a gala. You should know to keep to your business when you know you're unwanted by certain guests. Should you want to meet certain guests, wait till after.
I am patient, and I shall wait if needed. I must take my leave. Eiko. He proceeds to take another bow. His foxes do the same, and he proceeds to almost vanish into the crowd.
My pretzels. My pretzels. You can have the rest. I don't mind. I was just making a quick.
Kain not tall enough to see all this happening?
Question. The last time
Yeah.
you told me we had an interaction between Kezes and the party, you did also at the end. When you said he would have his a place for Michaeleen to stab his dagger into him, and he showed off his chest, and you said that there was a similar tattoo to Michaeleen's, only it was like a withered tree.
Okay.
It was blighted.
No, the original thing I said was he just pulled down his shirt, revealing a part of his chest. You suggested that basically he had a bastardized version of the Dryad's blessing. Blessing, at least. I'm with it, and he has one now. But it's long since decayed and withered away.
I know,
Okay,
but would
yes,
Michaeleen,
you're missing the point. Yes, there is the withered.
There
thing
is
there.
one. There is one there. Yes. So in that sense, do you think that Michaeleen would have a sort of sixth sense of when he's nearby?
I'm going to say no.
Fuck.
Can I?
But keep
Fine,
in mind,
fine.
here's the thing, cats have heightened senses, so Michaeleen could end up catching the smell of his cologne.
I do want to do something after seeing Kezix. I'm going to try and find Abe.
Sure.
Because I don't think I should immediately tell Michaeleen. I gotta tell another one of our party members first.
So,
should I roll
through? I would say investigation for this, because you're kind of looking around.
investigation? Scoodly day, it's a nat 20.
I would say you probably found Abe speaking to a couple merchants.
Yeah, you see Abe in the distance, kind of talking to a few people. You proceed to make that way. The camera pans over to Estrella, as she's kind of next to Michaeleen, wondering about, out at least, as Estrella, you're kind of looking at whatever Michaeleen's looking. You guys are like at the little snack table. As you proceed to hear a very familiar voice you have not heard in many years walk by. Oh, you should see it. Yeah, my friend. And I just had it brought in last week. And oh, I just saw this exquisite piece of art. You simply must come over. As you proceed to turn your head to where the voice is coming from, the voice sending near shivers down your spine at the sound of it. As you proceed to turn around and see almost bright red hair walking by of what looks like to be an elf.
Hush!
Hang on a second, I have to let the dog out.
A half elf or a wood elf?
I'm going to say half elf for this. But the features for this particular half elf are much more nobler than most half elves.
Alright, so red hair, elvish looking motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, much more noble thing.
Right.
Bright
red
red hair.
elvish motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I kind of turns to watch them walk past her, and she just gives a very tiny gulp. Again, she's in her quail glamour, so she's in disguise, which kind of also.
But still, ill, it's a little unnerving for you.
She kind of hugs Michaeleen's arm.
Is everything all right?
I think I think I saw someone from my old life and everything. And if it's she's kind of definitely unnerved, and so she's trying not to panic. But
Michaeleen will he's going to, despite being surrounded by nobles, he's going to give her a hug. It's all right. It's
she
okay.
kind of hugs back, kind of nuzzles into his collarbone, and she says, "If it's who I
Handful
think
of
it is."
a small number of whispers proceed to happen when that gesture is done.
She is able to calm down, but she does look up at him. And if it is who I think it is, then there's probably others who aren't too far behind, and these ones aren't good. I don't know if any of the good ones would be here. If they were, that would take a miracle of some sort, but
We should
it's
find
just a little-
Abe.
And
Or
Eiko.
Eiko.
And Eiko, because if there are more of them here, or enemies of yours, if we end up surrounded, there's liability for this situation to go very, very wrong. And she's saying this in a very hushed tone.
Okay. You, Michaeleen, and Estrella proceed to walk back into the main ballroom area. During of which, Estrella, you kind of get separated from Michaeleen, but you believe he's right behind you, and you manage to bump into Alo, and Kain. At least they're kind of sitting on like one of the back walls of these serving. You see like a small procession of like servants making trips back and forth, or from like the staff area to Kain, and with like trays filled with food and drink, but these portion sizes seem to be a touch bigger than normal.
I see the two of you are enjoying yourselves.
Oh yeah.
She goes to turn around.
Nate, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm covering my eyes for a minute. My head just started splitting.
Oh, could I?
That's all right.
I'm
You're
listening.
currently being brought a lot of food
and drink. So
You're not getting little cocktail sausages. You're getting full on hot dogs.
Yeah, I originally came to sit on my couch because my back started hurting, and now my head's splitting.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so we can simply say that you're just enjoying the food and drink. Gotcha. You proceed to.
I wanted to have. So Estrella's with us right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Estrella's clearly distraught.
Mildly unnerved. She's doing her best to try and stay calm, but like she definitely needs to talk to. She's trying not to cause a scene.
Tray look on her face.
Kain is gonna look at her, put down his whatever he was eating for a second.
Hot dog.
Look down at her and ask her what's going on.
She kind of steps back a little bit, still trying to get a little used to your monstrous form, even if it is disguised. And she takes a deep breath. Michaeleen and she turns, and Michaeleen got separated from her. I think there are guests here from the House of Montague. And if it's who I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it is, there might be others with them. And if I think we need to find Eiko as well, and we need to sort of think.
Kane's gonna ask because he's not entirely sure. What's House Montague again?
The place that I came from, remember? I was a spy. I wrote down things about you.
Oh,
Give it up.
that.
Yeah. If there's more of them here, and if there are more of our enemies here, then this whole gala could turn very, very dangerous. I haven't
I
seen.
don't know about everybody else, but I'm packing heat.
She kind
All of Michaeleen's weapons are stored in his ring of spatial storage, so he's also packing.
Kain says his
I'm a
name's
wizard. I'm also packing.
So,
Estrella.
the camera will proceed to kind of pan and over the ballroom. At least as we get to see various things, we see Eiko moving towards Kain as he's talking to a bunch of merchants and things, and they are proceeding. Like one of them proceeds, makes some sort of gesture, like let's move this somewhere else. As I'm gonna say, he's talking to 3 merchants. So
yes,
the 4 of them
Eiko is moving towards Abe.
Yes, Aiko's moving towards Abe, but Abe is busy talking with 3 merchants, and one of the merchants suggests, hey, let's move this on to the balcony. The 4 of you proceed to head to the balcony.
Abe.
No, there's short distance between you. At least.
Is there anything I can do to get his attention?
Unless you want
Without causing a scene?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Fun.
Anyway, as
I guess
the camera proceeds to kind of pan. That was more so just an overhead shot scene as stuff's moving as Michaeleen walks in, and you're kind of lost. You see Estrella ahead of you, then not.
I'm going to start weaving through the crowd.
You kind of weave through the crowd a little bit and then stand still for a second. Oh. Nice to see you again, boy. As you hear a voice directly behind you.
My ears flatten and my tail basically it goes floof as I slowly turn my head. My eyes are like slits.
Oh, Michaeleen, did one of the drinks not hit your stomach that well? They do have others around. I could flag down a servant if you'd like.
Hey, eat cookie.
This is Kezis, isn't it?
Of course it is. Who else would be?
Something tells me he's going to be a repeat character fairly often.
Unless Michaeleen kills him.
Yep.
So off screen, I'm just going to break the fourth wall and I'm going to give Michaeleen some words of encouragement, which are, you're beautiful and capable of great things, like murder. Don't do that though, unless it's completely necessary.
Curious. What gestures do you proceed to do? Like, do you immediately try to almost go for one of your blades and stuff, or no? How do you react?
My claws extend from my fingertips as I am.
Michaeleen, as he kind of waves a finger, Inger, almost disapprovedly, like, not a good idea. I wouldn't recommend that. We're at a gala. So any approach of violence, or dare I say, a spilling of blood would be highly frowned upon. And the ones who spilt the blood would immediately be marked as the villain, and the ones whoever's blood was spilt would be seen as the victim. You essentially can't do anything. Otherwise, you get... No, that didn't come out right.
Either way, I'm gonna have to end up repeating everything you say for him.
I know. But you get the... Tisk tisk, Michaeleen. I won't recommend that here. Especially not in a public setting. Any response?
I'm half tempted to use vicious mockery on him.
I got a deck of many insults. I can type one of them to you. Do you want me to pull out the car?
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
Aww, a deck of many insults. I bought it from Barnes & Noble.
Fine, text me one.
You don't have to.
No,
I was just being real. Alrighty, give me a sec. I gotta find a good one. There's a lot of these in here.
I would like to. I would also like to ask if I can't really reach Abe right now. Could I also try and turn to look and see if I can find Rainlow and Kain and Estrella, or perhaps anyone else in the party?
Well, you see, Kain should be pretty easy to find. Look for where people
Kain's
are
pretty
spread
easy
out, and for a tall man.
Well, you're already kind of moving towards Abe and such, so it would be easier if you just follow Abe, at least, than Dale.
Michaeleen, did you want 5 insults?
Just one.
Okay.
Your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
No. This is...
Your mom gets you Go.
All right, I got one.
Transformers.
Kisses. Does your asshole ever get jealous of your mouth from all the shit you talk?
He proceeds to kind of cock his head. Smirk still kind of on his face, but an ear kind of flicks in slight, really now, things. As he physically takes a degree of pain from that, but he doesn't show it at all. One of his foxes accompanying him proceed to kind of wave one of their hands to the side of his arm, almost kind of like they're brushing it in a sense, and you get a slight degree of healing magic was just used. Please.
What are you doing here?
I'm working, boy. My dynasty supplies Viril with a number of goods. Something that you wouldn't understand coming from your previous living conditions. Or lack thereof.
Damn.
He's almost... There's a degree of him almost circling you like a shark.
Would you say that by now Estrella, Kain, and the group are walking away from the food?
Well, no. You are essentially sitting in the main ballroom with multiple servants making trips to you back and forth with like bigger portions of basically drinks and food.
But wasn't Estrella trying to get us to kind of gather?
A degree, yes. I'm guessing you guys are moving towards...
Kain knows when to stop eating, so...
Anyway. So you guys are proceeding to make your way to the balcony as well, since it's much more open and there isn't many as people out there.
So, do we find Eiko, or...
Oh, again, yeah, lots of people.
Mm.
I'd say give him a chance to roll.
Sure.
Kain has a high perception.
Rolling perception for Estrella. My character sheet with me. Okay. Plus. It's upside down. Upside down. I'm sorry. That is a 10 plus 2 from my wisdom modifier, and my passive perception is 12, so.
Alright. I just gotta go check Kain's stat for this. I rolled a 17, so.
I'm with you guys, right? I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
That's a
I got a
24.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Dirty
24
20,
salt.
Anyway, so you guys proceed to look around, and you guys see the back of Aiko's head and stuff, and his very prominent horn up, kind of sticking above the people and stuff, giving you a general direction of where Eiko is. So you guys proceed
See
to
like
start,
the mane of white hair and the
Estrella,
and you guys proceed to start moving in his direction.
Estrella's kind of trying to speed walk a little bit, but without seeming too suspicious, and kind of, excuse me, pardon me, I'm sorry, excuse me, being very.
Kain's gonna pick up the bird and put it on his shoulder.
Okay.
Renlo's probably just gonna slip through the fucking crowd because he's
Okay.
but there it's tiny.
Kain's gonna look at Estrella and say, "Point the way."
This way, and she points to where she sees Aiko's head, so straight ahead, right?
So
straight ahead.
So he is accompanied with 4 foxes. 3 of them just look like normal white foxes, but one of them is the one. Wait, did I say Eiko? I thought I said Michaeleen.
No, I heard Michaeleen.
You said
Michaeleen. Yeah, Michaeleen. So, but the 4th fox is the one with the beaded necklace, with the fairly large bead at the center of it with the markings on it.
You said he's smirking at me after I did the vicious mockery. Right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna do vicious mockery again.
Smile all you want, kisses. It's easy to grin when you've never choked on consequence.
I might have not choked on consequences, but I have choked on smoke. I believe Applewood, specifically.
Oh, you mentioned his mama. You shouldn't have done that.
You walk like a noble, speak like a king, but I have seen rats with more honor and a cleaner past than you.
Of course you've seen rats with those qualities. Weren't you among them for several years?
I figured that's where that was going. You gave him fuel for that fire.
I want to kill him so badly right now.
I got another one for
Don't
you. I got
worry.
another one for you. Kind of fitting
It'll
because
all
your
work
mother
out.
was a tree.
I'm
Your
coming.
mama was a tree, but a very good tree.
Hold on, Eiko, hold on. Let's save that for the private areas.
I've got nobleness. It's fine. I've got nothing to lose.
Yes, you do.
You have everything to lose.
I've got nothing to lose. My daughter hates me. My wife's dead.
Your nobility. You have to keep that in check. That is something that people can strip you of. It's like you are nobility, but your popularity status and stuff and your circle that you've built will crumble. And you'll have to rebuild.
At this point.
He's old, he don't give a shit.
I'll let that go. If there's evil afoot. You're forgetting, but what I did to the hand that fed me.
Oh, right. I forgot. Anyway, Michaeleen, anything else to say to Kezis?
I can't think of anything more. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I want to kill this bastard, but I physically can't do anything right now.
Because of social constructs.
I sent you two more
you could
info.
take a part out of certain groups' behavior, Allahu Akbar.
I sent you 2 more insults. If you rolled really high, you could hit
Also,
him.
I said I didn't once roll for any of the 3 insults I gave to him.
So there should be some damage being dealt.
And since
That's
vicious,
if you're gonna roll
since
high
I'm
enough to pass by it.
You're trying, but nobody
Whatever.
likes you.
Well, no, I'm letting the damage go through. But remember, he has foxes and stuff that can heal him on the spot.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Fuck
you
Ew,
never
that's
leave
gross.
home without a fox or
Fuck
2
you,
with
fuck
him.
you,
They're
fuck you,
rather
fuck
useful
you, fuck
things.
you.
How's the other side doing? They find me?
Well, the camera proceeds to pan away from Michaeleen and Keza, and pans over to Kain. Oh, no, not Kain. My brain flipped again. Pans over to Abe. Abe, I would recommend taking that bag off your head. Or Abe's player.
I am. Never mind. I'm not gonna sing that song while we're recording.
Anyway. You proceed to make your way out to the balcony as you continue talking to those merchants. So, you say you are building a city? There. You there?
I'd say, imagine if this man fell asleep with that damn thing on his head.
Well,
And I will say, rough positioning wise, at least your back is kind of. So you're looking back towards the building while the 3 guys are like facing towards you, at least.
okay, so my back is to basically the balcony.
Yeah, to the outside, at least. And I'll say there are several other buildings and stuff in the distance, rather various towers and things of that nature. You guys are in a city, after all. So, as the merchant said before, so you are building a city.
Congrats for not having Eiko to help you.
What I'm doing here is proposing a new business venture. An opportunity. A new place
Actually,
popping
need
up
the hat.
is an investment chat. Something that could pay off tremendously well.
And how much would you like said beginning investment to start off that?
I mean, here's what we do. We'll do it of a quid pro quo. Allow me to use your shipping lanes. We can work some kind of deal.
See possible arrangements, but what exactly are we getting out of it besides a touch of coin?
One thing, you'd be backing a new nation.
Well, we are already and have been backing a nation for a while now.
I'm not
You believe
asking you
our
to stop that. I'm asking you to join. To just help a much smaller nation, just as it begins. If you don't want to stay on, there's nothing tying you to me. But
One of the
if it succeeds, imagine the profit.
There is possibility chance there. As the discussion kind of continues, at least, you proceed to finally make out to the balcony and stuff, and you see Abe and the three merchants talking in the distance, and you begin moving there. They're maybe about 25, I'm gonna say maybe 40 feet away from you. You proceed making your way. The music plays elegantly. The music plays elegantly throughout this space, filling it, echoing off the walls, as a crescendo proceeds to reach its peak. As Abe, you all of a sudden feel the cold air pass to the right side of your upper neck, as bits of metal, flesh, and blood begin splattering upon the ground.
I'm sorry, wait. I had my headphones off. What I miss?
Abe just got shot.
You all of a sudden feel a dizzy spell as the world around you proceeds to tip and turn. And as you proceed to hit the ground, unmoving for a good moment or three. You try to speak, but nothing comes out of your voice, as if it's no longer there. The people around proceed to scream and back away in space. The three merchants covered in blood. And visceral. Eiko.
Hold on. What kind of blood?
The oil kind.
Okay, so it's
The red
it's black.
So
A very
what
dark red,
happened?
maroon.
I literally had to deafen myself because of the dogs. What happened? What did you all do?
He got shot.
Abe just got shot in the neck.
Who shot you?
No idea.
Why
I
couldn't
bet
you
$2
just
to donuts.
stay
It was one
with
of the best
Eiko?
ones in the House of Montague.
We literally talked. Oh, I should have Eiko next to me to help you with negotiations.
Hey, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Salt did that. Salt separated us. Probably to shoot me in the fucking neck.
Shall I
Without
shame the DM?
Kain going ballistic.
Shall I shame the DM?
Yeah.
Not
Also,
yes.
Shame him.
Just saying.
Shame him.
Focus D&D is over. Bye.
We win.
Anyway.
we actually.
Eiko, as you see this,
Yeah.
so the whole scene almost plays in slow motion as the music plays, taking center stage. Practically. As you see a perfectly fine one moment, then the next moment you see something rip through the side of his neck as bits of viscera and this very dark reddish liquid, presumably blood oil, proceeds to splatter out at least, as you see him proceed to topple over and land onto the ground. You immediately dart forward, moving quicker, as all of a sudden, and you feel or hear the whiz of something and fly behind your head. And as you hear some stone break. Yeah, Stucky?
So did we get to Eiko yet, or
Where we should, if we saw his head before with how large I am, we're definitely to him by now.
Okay. Would I be close enough to also be seeing this? Is basically what I'm
on top,
asking.
so I'm able to. I'm
Essentially,
able.
to get. So the way the room is set up is you have the big ass ballroom. You have 2 hallways that lead off to the side and then filter into there. Eiko had enough of head start and stuff, and you're still going through the hallway. He manages to get out of the door about maybe 10 feet out and was 40 feet away from A when this happened.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to see if I knew what the fuck was happening or not.
What's happening is this DM keeps trying to fucking kill me.
That's what I'm saying. Away from the fucking healer,
Fuck,
dude.
man.
Estrella, see.
You're the scariest motherfucker here besides your brother.
Stop
Hearing
trying
the
to
sound?
snipe me, though, man.
Estrella,
Hey,
something's
this is the
wrong.
first time I deliberately tried sniping. I used the sniper, okay? But just saying, you can hunt him down and kill him if you'd like.
Upon hearing
I
the
plan
sound, upon par of hearing stuff, Estrella's now looking around. Something's wrong.
After the secondary shot, Eiko, you rush over to Abe, at least. And
Can I cast? So I'm gonna kind of go over Abe. Can I cast shield?
I'll allow it. It's more so a reactionary spell that we kind of toss it up.
Yeah, I'm reacting to the fact that I almost
Shield
got hit
can
by a
technically
bullet.
be used anytime you want.
Yeah.
It's a can.
Now, do we visibly see the people shooting right now?
No, you cannot.
But
It is-
Estrella
it
is
is a
looking around.
sniper.
Kane's
Yeah.
immediately starting to look around because if he saw Eiko take off,
No. So
you can.
there were 2 shots made. No one heard the shots. No one heard the shots.
Right now, at this point, the only thing the rest of the party can hear is people starting to panic. No idea what actually happened. The only one that knows that Abe was shot is Eiko.
Well,
Eiko is going to yell, "Shots fired!"
things have been heard, at least. Kezes will proceed to kind of look. Wow, looks like the party just started. And unfortunately, I can't stay. He proceeds to look.
I
look
cast
directly-
I cast dominate person on this motherfucker.
Do it. Roll with advantage. Roll with advantage. Remember, Michaeleen, this is a little voice in your head. You're beautiful and capable of great things, like murder. Don't do that, though, unless it's completely necessary.
Just stay.
You are not going anywhere, you...
That's a 19. Plus, what do I add? Do I add my Arcana to it?
Spell ability modifier.
Huh?
Where's it?
Spell ability modifier.
Oh, my spell ability modifier.
19.
Fuck. Where is that?
Scroll down to your spells and it'll be at the top.
Spell. It's my charisma, so I have a plus 4. So
20, 21,
19,
22,
20,
23.
24. Right. 19,
Yeah,
23.
Yeah, 23.
You insulted his mother. You shouldn't have done that. Now you're in for it.
I didn't even get to do anything with Eiko for this.
Eiko's
No, I was kind
protecting
of
Abe.
looking at that, looking forward to that. No, we were looking forward to like political
Yeah.
talk.
This is a situation my character's made for nobility.
Well, maybe we'll find some more nobility that you can
Didn't
talk
get to do that
negotiate.
because for some reason Abe, the fucking DM, wants to assassinate Abe. This is the second time in 3 sessions you've tried to kill
in front
me.
of me.
I will
well, one of
shame
them was
him
for story
What was the first
purposes.
thing I do?
Huh?
Shame
What was the
him.
first
One of them
time?
was
What was the first
for
time?
purpose.
You attempted to kill me via Celestial.
You knew that was gonna happen.
Still!
Stop it.
Shame him.
Now you're trying to kill me via a fucking sniper?
Okay, the sniper. Honestly, I was once because that was a bad thing. at least.
You planned out the
I
sniper?
gotta get up in the morning.
Yes, deliberately. This was a planned assassination. I'm being genuine with that one.
You're a bastard.
Thank you.
One more
And-
shame.
We were gonna have Eiko and Rainlow have like a fun little
I
moment
do not
with
have
them
a-
dancing together in matching
character
suits.
information, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to basically dominate person. That is a what? Wisdom save?
Let me check.
Here I am thinking that this session was going to be like light and more calm and cheerful, but no, fucking assassination attempt.
And
We
I'm
can't
pretty
have a
sure
fluff
it's
episode.
I'm pretty
No.
sure that
Yeah,
this
the
sniper
wisdom
is
saving
from my
throw.
old home.
Wisdom saving throw. And what is your spell save DC?
17.
17. Okay, so I have to beat that.
What we all thought was going to be like a fluff episode, a nice cheerful
one,
episode
natural
after a
one,
bunch of dark ones.
Natural
No,
one,
more-
natural one. I'm waiting for him to roll it.
He already rolled it.
I want natural one.
It's not.
Natural one.
It's not, otherwise he wouldn't still be staring at it.
He met with a 17.
This assassination
Inspiration point. Fuck you. Reroll that.
Natural one.
I am not joking about this. I am physically not joking about that. That's another fucking 17.
Inspiration point, motherfucker. I'll burn this shit.
Do it again. Roll again.
Hold on, Michaeleen. Let's be fully honest here. Are you strong enough to kill this guy right now?
No.
Natural one.
It would still be interesting to see him like make him stay there and be like, "Fuck you."
At the very least,
Walk by
give him a
himself.
throat punch. Or stab him in the cojones. Natural one.
I was hoping to have Eiko. I was at least hoping for Eiko to
Natural one.
tell actual lore about himself.
I'm sorry, he's rolling good.
Fuck you. What did you roll?
18, like I said.
You did. Oh, it cut out. We didn't hear that.
Do you have any more inspiration?
I rolled
Yes,
an
I
18.
do.
Reinhardt, you have max of 5 uses per session.
I know, and I'm
He does,
fucking willing to burn it.
but the session's almost over for today, and the rest of us also have points.
Put it this way, what do you gain from having him stay? You physically can't fight him.
Cojones.
And remember, anything you do here, he can use against you. He's nobility.
Fine.
I'm being
Whatever.
So is an Eiko.
Whatever.
Started
Leave him. Let him go.
Thank you. He proceeds to take a few steps and teleports out there with his accompaniment. As you proceed to try to do that, he dips, but then all of a sudden you hear Eiko shout, "Shots fired," as you proceed to turn around.
Estrella goes to. She jumps off of Kain's shoulder and sprints to Michaeleen. And she says, "Are you alright?"
I'm gonna put pressure to where he was shot.
Did you mean Abe and not Michaeleen?
You're technically more so following Eiko than anything else. So Estrella, Kain, and
Renlo.
Renlo will be hanging over. And Abe, you proceed to you feel a hand on your shoulder, you kind of bring yourself to. As you kind of pick yourself up to your knees, and it's like the wound's there, but it's like it stopped bleeding. Or leaking at least, just a little bit on the garb, and it's like you just kind of shrug it off.
Thank God they have terrible
It's like-
fucking aim.
Except you don't.
Can I
try. Okay, Eiko, you hear him try to speak, but nothing comes out. Nothing but sparks. You see Abe kind of realize this. He proceeds to walk over to one of the speakers. They did have musical speakers out. Proceeds to grab one of the speakers, ripping it off its mounting, opening up the box, ripping the back end off, and proceeding to grab cables and shove them into his throat as he proceeds to
That's
hold
cool. Can I
off.
make a perception check or an investigation to see where the fucking bullet came from?
Sure.
Kain is definitely by Abe by now. So
Yeah.
Kane's, although the sniper's definitely already moved.
Estrella hops down. She looks
Can
at
I?
Abe.
All right. Can I burn an inspiration point?
Sure.
Estrella
Awesome.
hops down. She looks at Abe and she sees him, and she says,
I'm gonna
Abe, I'm so
burn
sorry.
another inspiration point.
Sure.
Right, I want to bring
Cool.
this up while it's in my head. There's only two people who could have possibly known and planned
Wunderbar.
for this, knowing that Abe would
Okay.
be here.
Okay. Investigation. So that's 24, 25, 26, 27.
With the rough precision of how it is, and you look way far out, you have a sneaking suspicion it was probably on one of the towers, like on the rooftop of like one of the towers and stuff. And there is a tower that's like really far out there, at least like maybe like 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, I've got something handy dandy for that. I'm gonna use Draconic Flight.
How long does that last?
Let me pull that out. Draconic Flight, where are you? You're not Draconic Flight. Come on. Where in the hell is the... I found it. Draconic Flight. When you reach a character level 5, you can channel Draconic Magic and give yourself temporary flight. As a bonus action, you sprout spectral wings on your back that last for 10 minutes or until you retract the wings. I have a fly speed equal to my speed. And
Lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm gonna also cast my Blade Song right now, which adds to my speed and makes me go at 40, so I can fly at 40.
Double it to 880 for dashing. Okay, so I'm gonna say by next episode you could most likely reach the tower by then.
A part of me thinks that this is all my fault. A lot has happened, and I really, really hope that things can turn out for the better. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this time with us, even if we weren't able to enjoy ourselves. But please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Your support means the world to us. We wouldn't make it this far without you. And we'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.